Hello, everybody. So, this is going to be a special episode of She Doesn't Even Go Here because we are dealing with the coronavirus and the fallout that it has created, not just worldwide, but more specifically within the events industry. And I know that you're probably shell-shocked, to be honest. Join the club. We've got jackets. But I can tell you firsthand in dealing with issues like this is that people in our industry, we have it really bad. We have it up there with those first responders and those people who work in hospitals, very similar to the medical profession, because we're here trying to deal with the shit show that we've been given, manage expectations, frustrations, anxiety, emotions, stop the chaos from having full reign, and somehow take care of ourselves and our families in the midst of it all who are dealing with this as well. It's pure insanity. I can remember when my area got hit with 2 hurricanes 2 years in a row that resulted in my entire family, to include parents, pets, and, extended family, having to evacuate. And what made it even worse is that unbeknownst to us at the time, my father was nearing the end of his life. So there were health complications. Our town's water system was backed up, which prevented us from being allowed back into our town that had been, under mandatory evacuation. There was extreme flooding in some places and so much more. I didn't even know if I was going to return back home to a house. So the last thing on my mind was someone's wedding. When I am trying to rush to get my dad out of the ICU because we have to leave, a wedding is the last thing on my mind, but we have to compartmentalize with this, which is very hard sometimes for sure, but we have to do it anyway. So here we are again, right? And our very livelihood has been rocked. It has been threatened. Our events are canceling. They are postponing. Money that we had scheduled is now being postponed. Oh, and toss in that this is a real life pandemic. We're having to worry about our kids, our spouses, our parents, our family, our friends who are, older or immune suppressed. Our children are now out of school. We are out of work. And our health may be compromised. So now enter into this perfect storm, the emotional and contractual expectations of our clients. So how do we manage this? I am going to jump in and offer a few tips and some support. Keep in mind, mother is not your lawyer. She is not your doctor. And I am not your friendly neighborhood congressman, okay? But I am someone who believes in you, supports your brand, and will see you on the other side of this thing. So let's do this. First things first. You want to be proactive. This means with your health and your business. And I'm going to start with your health first because I want you to please take care of yourself. As we are all being asked to stay home, stock up on what you need. Get your food, your staples, medications, supplements, because it all starts and ends with you. You cannot do anything if you are not taking care of yourself or if you fall ill. So that means you can't take care of your family, you can't take care of your clients, you can't take care of your business if you are down and out. Sometimes that may even mean prescribing yourself a glass of wine or a nap. In my opinion, you are absolutely allowed to, quote unquote, overreact about you. You are all you've got, so you have to take care of you. So whenever you need a break, take it, even mentally. If you're having a hard time coping with what this all means for you, health-wise, financially, emotionally, I totally get it. Check out Shine's really great toolkit at virusanxiety.com. It will really help you to process a lot of what's going on here. The other thing you need to get proactive about is your business. I spent the weekend sending out coronavirus updates to my clients, even those whose events were not going to be directly impacted. I knew that their inboxes, just like mine, were going to be inundated with similar emails, but this was coming from someone that they knew and someone who was involved in an intimate part of their lives. They would definitely pay attention. Furthermore, it allows me to continue to lead. It allows me to continue to be the expert. So I updated them on what we were doing within my company, what we knew, what we had heard from local and national officials, and what this might potentially mean for upcoming events, meetings, tastings, and travel. This proactive stance offers another layer of trust and service to your clients in an extremely unsteady time. If you are looking for an email template, HoneyBook has released one, Flowdesk has released one. You're even welcome to, email me if you just want to kind of spitball some ideas as to what it is that you can say, but definitely get proactive about how you are going to handle this with your clients. Next, you need to be realistic. You need to know what this means for you on several levels. First, financially, how will your payments work out with clients? If they cannot work or they're laid off, will this affect their ability to pay? If you do not get payments in, how will you manage your overhead and your expenses? If this is something that you are worried about, you should know that many of the major cell phone companies, credit card companies, and utility companies are waiving or giving extended grace periods on payments. Additionally, make sure that you check out the SBA for funding programs for low-interest loans for small business to help you. Right now, declared disaster areas available for COVID cases for relief are Tennessee, California, Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, and Rhode Island. I am sure that this will continue to grow, but you can find this list at www.sba.gov/funding-programs/disaster-assistance. Also, be realistic about what this means for you production-wise. Working from home with the kids will seriously jack you up. Ask me how I know. My kids are going to be home for a minimum of the next 3 weeks. Now, this is not new to us. This is not our first rodeo, so we kind of have our own system in place. But it's best for you to continue with your kids' same routine and for you to find a spot for you to work if you intend to work from home. Make sure that you implement a system that will help you to be there for them and to work. So this might mean blocking your calendar for communications. Non-essential email gets checked or answered at a certain interval or time in the day. Set up filters so that emails from your most affected clients push through all of the rest of the madness first. Use an autoresponder to let other clients know that you are in the thick of it right now, but you will get to them soon. You can also use a scheduling system like Bookify or Calendly to allow other clients and vendors to schedule a time to speak with you for your undivided attention. Just warn them that you'll probably smell like smoke and ash from all the fires that you've been putting out. You can also use Google Hangouts, who I believe their premium version has just been extended for free as we go through all of this, as well as Zoom or GoToMeeting to conduct your new meetings that have to be done virtually. And then also be super realistic about what this means for you emotionally and physically. I know y'all are so tired of me telling you this, but take care of yourself. Don't eat all the quarantine snacks. Get a home workout in. Take care of yourself. Take a break and make sure that you're getting a mental escape in. Next, and this should probably go without saying, but be helpful. You got to be helpful to your clients. Of course, you are going to extend yourself to your clients as a guide and a support system. Just think of how devastating it has to be to plan an event that you have been dreaming of, and it's the event of a lifetime for a year or more, and then when you are so close, you have to shut it down. So start offering alternative ideas. There is a movement online, which is hashtag save events. Don't cancel, postpone, because it affects so many people when our events cancel. So make sure that you're offering alternatives, you're offering ideas. You have no idea how this will go a long way. I was talking to a few of my friends yesterday, and we were sharing some of the responses that we were getting from our clients, and a majority of them were so grateful to have someone in the thick of it who was going to be their sounding board and their support system to just be there and to guide them through. It means everything. So being very informative helps as well. You might want to consider creating a page on your site that you will update, that clients can consistently check and refer to get up-to-date information. You can also use a chat bot on your site called Drift, and this is where they can speak with you in real time. So if you don't want to text, or if it's not convenient to text, or if it's not convenient to speak, definitely look into Drift. Also, consider being helpful to couples who aren't your clients. I put out a post on social media that we were willing to help any couples who were going through this and didn't have a planner. Can you imagine having to navigate this without someone to bounce ideas off of, not knowing who to go to, what to do, what to say, or what even is customary? This is my love offering, not only to these couples, but also to my vendors. I know they're getting inundated with calls and emails, and they're having to say the same thing over and over again. They're having to explain some things. And honestly, the sugar might not be there, but this is our way to support our community as well. And then also be very supportive of your vendors and your event team. This is a great time for you to lend help. Can you field calls? Can you field emails? Can you run interference for them? Can you help tend to less immediate clients so that they don't fall by the wayside in the client experience? Can you help with their social media or their newsletters? We are all in this together, and we truly do need each other. You may be okay this time around, but this time around someone else is not. So help where you can, even if it's just to lend an ear or advice. And finally, be optimistic. Even if it seems like this doesn't have an end or the future is bleak, there is another side to this, okay? We are going to get through this. So what you do now truly determines how hard this will hit you and how high you will bounce back. This is the perfect time for you to do all of those things on your proverbial to-do list that you've dreamed about doing. Maybe this is a great time for you to plot out your social media or blog content so that future clients, newer clients, clients that just had to postpone, clients whose vendors may not be available for the second time around can find you easily. They can get to know you better. Develop new services. What services can you offer remotely now? We're going to be in a new age for the next, possibly, according to the CDC and the administration, for the next 3 months or so, maybe even 4. Consider how you can offer your expertise and your magic and deliver it in a new way. Start connecting and collaborating virtually. This could lead to some amazing projects when things get back to normal. This is also a wonderful time for you to build your systems and your workflow. And I can't stress this enough. It's also a really great time for you to review your contract clauses, especially if you are in an area that also gets hit by hurricanes. You're going to want to review your contract to make sure, your force majeure clauses are clear, your postponement and cancellation clauses are clear. I have seen so many people having to refund money, give money back, and do a lot of things. And all of these, whatever you do, it has to be right for your business. I am not going to say something is right or wrong. You have to do what's best for you. But this is the perfect time for you to strike up a new agreement. And FYI, if your clients are postponing, they need to sign a new agreement. So if you do not have any specific clauses in to protect yourself, make sure you put them in with this new agreement. And this is a wonderful time for you to read that book, take that course, attend that webinar, build your brand, Trust me, everyone else is taking the time to do this. And this is the best thing that you can do, is to invest in your business, even if it's just a little at a time. And most importantly, stay connected. You know what I say, howl so your tribe can hear you. If you need something, if you're stressed, anxious, or maybe you're feeling creative, or you're just unsure about what you should be doing or what you could be doing, reach out. It could be to a friend, to a colleague, in a Facebook group. Hell, even me. Just shoot me a DM if you need to. Just don't isolate yourself, because I promise you, whatever it is that you're going through, you're not alone. Well, these are just a few ways that we will make it through this. This is what we do. We take care of people. We manage crises, but most importantly, we are the calm in the storm, and we create beautiful things and moments. This instance is no different. Be good to yourself and each other.